Yo. Good day, ladies and gents, and welcome to another episode of the RoadFS Podcast. It is Thursday morning, and we have an amazing guest who looks like he's on the move. Good morning. How are you, Titus? Oops. Did we lose you? Looks like he's wandering, giving us a tour of the house.
That's right.
I know. He started out in the sun, went inside, and now he's back out in the sun. So anyway,
There you go. Get comfy. Now we're talking. It's RoadFS Podcast Outdoors.
how you doing today?
Doing good. How y'all doing?
We're doing
good.
excellent. So, guys, welcome our guests. We have Titus Curry, owner of Attention to Detail. And, from what I hear from Josh Hernandez, you are the man.
Really?
Yeah, he was pretty excited to see that you were going to be our guest today. So,
Right? That's pretty cool.
So why don't you tell us about yourself and where you're at with this beautiful background?
Right. So I'm from Loxley, and as you can tell, my family, we live in the country. You hear the roosters in the background. But yeah, so I've been detailing for about 5 years. Right after high school, I started, and I pretty much went full time after I got tired of working at the lumber yard. But up until now, this is what I've been doing, and I love it, and that's pretty much what's been going on.
so how did you decide to go from the lumberyard to detailing? Did you just have a passion for cars, or what was the driver?
Yeah, so I used to detail like my aunt's cars and friends and family's cars and stuff like that. And at first, I started out with more of like consumer products and stuff like that. So I got more deep into it, and I didn't know that detailing was more bigger than what it was outside of Walmart, Dollar General, stuff like that. So once I started going to YouTube University, I found out, hey, detailing is much bigger than what I'm doing. So I just decided to go into business.
Excellent. So I've seen you on planes and all kinds of stuff. So what do you get to work on airplanes there, or what do you do there?
Yeah, so not too often on airplanes. Airplanes come more of like an opportunity situation, more of like word of mouth. But mostly I work on cars every day and boats during the boating season and stuff like that. So I guess I get and RVs. RVs are big down here in Alabama. So um you get a lot of that different stuff, here and there. Different opportunities come up here and there.
So as you've started, I mean, you've been on a 5-year journey, right?
Right.
So what getting started, what was the biggest challenge that you had to confront in building your business?
Uh I guess more of like the business structure. So like licensing and more of like getting the trust from people to actually touch their nice cars when it came to that point. And mostly getting your name out there. That was the biggest thing for me. Like you gotta actually tell people I detail cars, and that was pretty much the biggest thing for me, getting my name out there, I guess, and getting structure too as a business.
Right.
How did you get your name out there? Were you doing flyers, dialing for dollars? How were you doing that?
Yeah, so I used to do me and my sister actually used to go to people's houses and give out business cards. We used to
Oh
like
wow.
go door to door and give people our business card, and we was doing cars for like $15, and we didn't know what we were doing totally, but the car was clean when we left. That's all we knew. It took us 6 hours to do one car, but we made enough money to get us some chips. But for the most part, and then I learned, Facebook. I think I started with Facebook, and I just stayed at Facebook and more of like word of mouth interactions and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't think I've heard anybody, in the past 4.5 years that we've been doing this podcast, anybody that went door to door. I I mean, that is a different level. I mean, we've had Luis Guevara get in a chicken suit, right?
Chicken soup is one of the most unique.
One of the most unique, but to go door to door, that really shows a commitment level that I think not a lot of people have the courage and the determination to go door to door to get business.
Right. Yep. Yeah, it was fun.
How big of a community are you in right there?
As far as like
Population.
The population, I don't know like an approximate number to give you, but I do know that Baldwin County is where I'm at, and it's like growing super fast. Like a lot of Northerners seem to be coming to this area, and there's a lot of house building and schools going up. So I can't say it's a growing area.
Oh, cool. Well, that's good.
That's really good. So have you gone to any training other than YouTube University?
I have not. I taught myself how to do everything.
Wow. That says a lot about you.
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to actually make trainings and stuff like that because mostly I'm solo most of the time. And if anything, I might get another detailer to help me on stuff. So and a lot of times I might ask another detailer how to do something when I first started out, but now I pretty much got got everything down packed, to my knowledge. I haven't trained yet, so I've got it that far.
Yeah, so you mentioned, the business structure, right? Getting licensing and all that. How did you learn what you needed in your community as far as what licensing you needed? Was there insurance that you needed? How did you get the answers to those questions?
So I will reach out to people that had businesses and stuff like that, and I would even go to like the courthouse and ask questions. And just knowing, like, I mean, when I first started, I actually got stopped by, I guess it's more of like a code enforcer or something like that. And he was like, "Hey, you detailing not here," and he kind of gave me a little notice that I need to go get a license. I think like the first year I started, so that kind of gave me the idea, like, hey, I gotta be licensed in each city, or be stationary in one spot. So I learned that kind of the easy way, but I guess that was the hard way because if I hadn't listened, I would have had to go to court and all this different stuff.
Yeah, which is definitely no fun.
Right.
Let's talk about. I'm going to throw a couple of curveballs at you here.
Okay.
So when you have the option, we're going to have a RV, a boat, or a car. What's your favorite thing to work on?
Cars. Most definitely cars.
All right. So if you had a chance to work on your favorite car, what would it be?
It's simple. So I've already did it. So it's like Stingray Corvette. That's like my dream car. Most of all of anything. So I like the Corvette.
Nice, excellent.
Yeah, Rod's a Corvette guy.
I'm a car guy,
Right.
so I like it.
Right.
So awesome.
So I have a question and kind of follow up to that, right? So,
Okay.
you like, if we're gonna go with your favorite car, now would you prefer boats or RVs?
Boats, because I would say they're more I guess lucrative is the word. You can make more money off a boat, depending on what you're doing, of course, because RVs can get up there too if the length is right. So mostly, I mean, I would choose a boat over an RV.
Yeah, I like the word that you said there. They're more lucrative.
Yeah, exactly.
Cha-ching.
They're more lucrative, but they're also, you don't have to get up as high on a ladder on a boat too.
For real,
So,
right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've never done an RV, and I can't even imagine being some of these really big ones. I mean, I'm a little dude. You would have to have like multiple ladders, and dude, there's no way. I would get so tired because
Right.
everything's way up here, and
Yeah.
I can barely reach 6 feet with my arms
you
extended.
just gotta have. I mean, just look at the difference.
I
in
know.
our reach.
Look
You can
at
see his hand. You can't.
you can see my hands. Rod's up to his elbow.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
He's got orangutan arms.
I do have an extra couple of inches on there. That's from detailing so much. You know, in the old days, the old rotaries were so heavy that now my arms are all stretched out.
That's why they put you on the B-29 underweight, because they knew I couldn't reach it.
Right, yeah, that's true. Your arms seem like they do stretch over time.
I'm sure they do. Cleaning RV is a pain in the butt.
Yes, it is, Sarah.
Yeah, it certainly is, Sarah. So So let's talk for just a second while we're here. I'm going to interrupt the podcast to remind everybody that we are going through a promotion right now.
A promotion?
That's right.
In the ocean or
no,
just
right here
in our podcast?
So,
all right.
We are giving away some Little Wickies Carney Wax from Aaron Knox out there at at Red's Detailing. These are limited editions, 6 of 50. And we're giving that away to anybody that subscribes to our YouTube channel or
get somebody else to subscribe.
So, for instance, Sarah, you can go get somebody else to subscribe. You guys get that. I get to keep the Thug Life earring that I've turned it into now because, you know.
Hey, I think you should wear that. I think that's good.
We're all about that Thug Life with Alex Russell. So anyway, go out and subscribe or have somebody subscribe to the channel, and we're going to be giving that away probably sometime in June. We're going to have Aaron Knox on the show, and we're going to give that away. So
yeah, it's going to be fun. So, and speaking of June, so actually, Rod and I, if you haven't noticed, we've been a few places this year. So this weekend, I will be at Expo Detail Mexico. Joining Juan Gonzalez, Enrico Santana, and Tyler Cucci. So we will be there for 3 days representing Diamond Tech and the IDA. So if you're in Mexico, I'd love to see you. Then we're going to be speaking to Josh Hernandez, the guy that's like Titus Curry is the man. We will be in Denver for the ADA training.
Yeah, and this is going to be awesome because we're actually doing a helicopter, which is crazy.
Yeah, we've never touched a helicopter. That's fucking awesome.
So we get to do that. And then the week after that, Jody and I will be in Canada.
No. The week after that, we are at Sid's car show.
Yeah,
Sydney's car
Sydney
show.
Sydney
Burgwin at the Hidden Springs car show.
And then,
we're in Canada.
So we are going to be all over in June. And so probably the end of June is when we'll be giving away the wax. This is just kind of fun. Alex and Aaron Knox put together, they each have their own version of a wax that is dissing the other one. And we got a little bit of the Little Wickies. So tune in for that. So Titus, as summer comes up, are you mobile or do you have your fixed location?
So I do both. Depending on what service it is, I do both.
Okay. So are you you're in a pretty humid environment.
Super.
Super humid. Like here's your cape. There you go. Go make your kids subscribe. If you're in that environment, what do you try to do to combat that? Do you try to get out early in the morning? Do you try to do it,
Not really. I don't really even try to fight it, to be honest with you. I just make my schedule and I follow with it. If I have to dry our car more and take up 2 or 3 towels or, and air dry it or whatever, I do it.
Are you talking about towels for your head or for the car?
Yeah, for the car.
Bring you an extra t-shirt so you can swap out after you've gotten soaking wet.
Right.
I found these new things. They're called a cooling towel, but you basically soak it in water and then put it in a freezer, and then you put it on your net. And man, that thing stays cool for hours.
Yep, it sure does. Yep.
So that's good.
That's good.
That's a really frequent question out on the interwebs. Is hey, what do you do in hot environments? Do you bring a tent? Do you do this? And I'm like, well, you can't be in direct sunlight for a lot of stuff, but if you're just doing like a maintenance wash or outside wash, you can probably combat it and get away with it.
Yeah, mostly I just I'm trying to switch over into the shop more because like say the heat is coming and it's about to get bad in Alabama eventually, so I would love to go more shop than
yeah.
So do you have, being in Alabama, do you kind of have seasons of customers? You know, do you slow down in the winter, or is it pretty consistent?
It's consistent now because I've built, the business has built up, but it is a slower time in the winter. So you have the consistent clients that come in, and you may have a few new people that come in, but for the most part, it's consistent. It's not a dramatic change, like it's super slow, and I had to go get a part-time job or something like that. So it stays super consistent, so to where I can take care of what I have to take care of.
Yeah, that happens here too. But when it gets really slow, Jody just makes me clean the bathroom.
Well, I think that's I'm really glad you brought that up, because I think a lot of times, I see a lot of posts in different detailer forums. People are like, man, how do I get business? I'm slow, right? And it sounds like you've built your business to the point where you have a really good book of customers that trust you, they rely on you. And so you have, because of this reputation that you've built, the customers are consistent, right? Your business is consistent. And I guess one of the things that I would draw out of that for newer business owners is like, it's going to take you some time to build that book of business, right? You've been doing it 5 years. I think a lot of times people, they open the doors, they get their business card, they start requesting, seeking business, and they expected to just open the doors and they will come, build it and they will come, instead of recognizing that you are going to have to put some serious effort into building your business. And sometimes you're upside down, just like that. I mean, you're just, well, business flips you along, and next thing flips you upside down, right? So I think that's an important line, because even Rod and I, when we started our business, dude, I can tell you the first 3 years we were bootstrapping. I wonder, somewhere we lost him. So I'm not sure. All of a sudden he moved and we lost him. So well, I'm not sure. Well, we lost him. Now it's just us.
The worst podcast ever. A close up of the scar on Rod's forehead. And
that is all good.
So we'll see if Titus jumps back in there. For now, let's talk about the fact that the seasons are changing. It's getting to be warmer weather. As everybody knows, you got to change up a little bit. Stay hydrated. Stay out of the direct sun. Like me, I'm like 22 years old and my head's already burnt to death. Look at me. I look old. I'm leathery. I got to use Richard Hutchings leather protection cream all over me.
Yeah, too bad you didn't start earlier.
That's right.
You might actually look good like me. So anyway,
so let's keep that in mind as the seasons change. Again, go out and like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get some stuff going with the giving away that wax. And next week, do we even have one next week?
Next week, yes. Next week we have John Bell from Pro Products. If you haven't heard, there's a little bit of an announcement that took place about a week ago. So we're going to bring him on board to talk about that change that is going to be happening in Pro Products, which is going to maybe affect you, maybe in a good way. Bad. You may not even notice, right? So some pretty exciting things happening in the industry that way. But yeah, so Rod and I, like Rod said, the seasons are changing. We have a full lineup all the way up to SEMA and
beyond. So
if there's somebody or a topic that if there's somebody you'd like us to interview, or there's a topic that you would like us to discuss, shoot Rod or I a DM, and we will be more than happy to dig into that and see what we can do to help your business grow. We're really excited. We have a new rollout of the RoadFS software that Rod and I are testing with some new enhancements and updates, and we have some really cool features coming out this summer. So we are moving. So Titus, it looks like we lost you. If you guys have not connected with Titus, he's a super, super nice guy. out of the Alabama area. His name is Titus Curry. Attention to detail. His website is Detailing the Most. I actually like that because his name is his business name is Attention to Detail, but his URL is Detailing the Most. It's kind of like a mindset, right? Yep. It's like I'm going to be the most busy.
Yeah, and he's a really super positive guy. That's one of the reasons that we asked him to be on the show. We saw some of the posts he did, and just seems like a person you would be able to connect with and just really approachable. So go look up Titus if you're in the Atlanta area around where he's at.
No, he's in Alabama.
Alabama, I'm sorry.
Baldwin County,
Alabama. If you're out
I'm not
that
sure.
way.
I think that's near Mobile, but I'm not sure. So.
I have no idea.
You're the
I know it's been the South that I've got. So
I know, man. I grew up in Pensacola, and spent some time in Pensacola, Mobile, Biloxi, Goshen, Mississippi, all that stomping grounds when I was young. And
yeah, so
when I had hair, I still have hair.
You have hair. It's before I lost my hair. Question out there for everybody, if anybody's watching this, if you have a topic you want to see on this podcast or hear on this podcast, please get a hold of us and let us know. You can get a hold of us very easily. Go to our website, fill out a contact form, get a hold of Jody or I at, it's just our names, like rod.pusey at roadfs.com and jody.cedric at roadfs.com. Get a hold of us, send any suggestions of people you'd like to see or topics, and we can try to line some people up with that. Like I said, we're booked for a long time out, but we can always try to squeeze somebody in and do a recording. And what else? What else do we got going on?
You can see we got new shirts. So
and Sarah, we need an address.
Yeah, so Sarah, send us an address and a size. We will send you a shirt. I'm taking some shirts to Mexico City. We're taking shirts to the Denver event with Josh Hernandez and then LRC. And we have some brand new stickers for June. So look forward to those. And I guess we're going to catch you guys same time, same bat channel, just next week, right?
Yes, it is. Next week, same time. As far as I know.
Actually, no. I will be going live from Mexico City. So look for that. I'm not sure with whom yet. So definitely with Rigo Santana and probably Juan Gonzalez. And maybe even the creator of the Detail Mexico, Expo Detail Mexico. So anyway, I will be going live Saturday or Sunday or both. So anyway, check us out and we will check you same time, same bat channel.
Yep. And if you have not signed up for Detailing Summit in Canada or the training at RoadFS or any training, go out and get yourself all trained up, get some education, and check it out. These things are getting packed. It's crazy. Packed. If you see a training, it's full.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys have a great weekend. It is Memorial Day weekend. Take a moment to remember all of those men and women who have served. Thank you to your grandpa or my dad, my mom. I got brothers, siblings. You guys have significant others and family members who have served or who are serving. So take a moment to remember them this weekend, and we will check you guys next week. See ya.